In this video, we will write a polynomial that has these roots, or as they are sometimes called, zeros. First thing, imaginary roots always occur in pairs, plus or minus pairs called conjugates. So if negative I is a root, then positive I is also a root. So it looked like we had 2 zeros when in fact we have 3 indirectly. Now each one of these zeros corresponds to a factor. So from a 0 of 4, we know that there must be a factor of x minus 4. Imagine setting this equal to 0 and solving, you'd get 4 back. Similarly, a factor of negative I, a 0 of negative I would come from a factor of x plus I. And a factor of, a root of I would come from a factor of x minus I. So we have these 3 roots correspond to these 3 factors. You're basically just doing the opposite. Now all we need to do is multiply this out and we will have our polynomial. Let's start by multiplying the 2 factors that have imaginary terms. So I'm going to do the distributive property here, starting with the x. X times x, that's x squared. X times negative I, that's negative ix. Now I'm going to distribute the I. I times x is ix. I times negative I is negative I squared. Now the negative ix and the positive ix cancel each other out. I'm going to put a 1 here just to make a point. Remember that I squared is negative 1. So that makes this negative 1 times negative 1. That's going to be positive 1. No more i's. And I will bring down the x squared. Okay, so if you multiply these 2 out, you get x squared plus 1. Now I'm just going to bring down my x minus 4. I haven't done anything with that yet. So here again I am going to double distribute to multiply these together. So if I multiply the x by everything, x times x squared is x to the 3rd power, and x times 1 is x. Now I will distribute the negative 4. Negative 4 times x squared is negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. I don't see any like terms, so this is basically the answer. I'm going to write this in standard form by reversing the order of these 2 terms. So the final answer is going to be f of x equals x to the 3rd power minus 4x squared plus x minus 4. So this would be our polynomial. So let's just scroll down and find a match. Let's see. All these have negative 4 except for D, so I can forget about that one. Let's see. Negative 4x squared. Looks like it's going to be C. Plus x minus 4. Yep, the answer is C.